I don't think there's anyone better to play Forrest Gump rather than Aamir Khan himself. My page also has my children's pictures. They also have my family and a lot about my life. So I don't want to keep any negativity on it. Atul Kulkarni has kept all of that in mind and written Rupa's character. And Rupa is actually the soul of the film.
Today I'm speaking with actor Kareena Kapoor Khan about our next film, Laal, Singh, Chaddha. Hi Kareena, welcome to the Quint.
Thank you.
I know you're really exhausted, but thank you so much for making the time to do this.
Of course.
The film is going to release, I think, the next 2 days.
Yeah.
How are your nerves today?
I think that, of course, every film, gives you that jitters and everything. But I think I'm quite calm because I think we've made a good film and Aamir, Advait, everyone is like, we've given our best. So we're just waiting now, obviously, post-COVID, waiting for the film to release. It's been almost 2.5 years we've been waiting for the film to, come out. So finally it is.
Yeah, it's been a long wait for this one, for sure.
Yeah.
Kareena, when you're offered a film like Laal, Singh, Chaddha, which is a remake of a cult classic like Forrest Gump, do you at times feel hesitant to accept a role like this? Because there are going to be unavoidable comparisons between the two. So does that kind of hinder you to make this choice?
No, I don't think so. And because also this is an original adaptation with Paramount. Eric Roth has been credited with the screenplay. It's also, of course, it's an iconic film. Jenny's character is an iconic part, but we've kind of obviously adapted it for the Indian audience's taste. So, the fact is that I don't think there's anyone better to play Forrest Gump rather than Aamir Khan himself, and he's lived with this script for almost 14 years.
Yeah.
And after that, actually, it's taken him that long to actually, make it, and it's been a dream film for him. I'm honored that Aamir thought of me to play this part because somehow it's also a grey character which I haven't really done before.
Yeah. We met Aamir a few days back to speak about the same film, and he told us how you were cast in the film. And he also went on to say that, in his opinion, this is your best performance ever. Would you agree with him?
I haven't seen the film because I'm nervous. Like, I always like to watch the film after release because then, I can I know that it's all there, it's out there. As far as it, I think it's a huge compliment from Aamir, but I don't know. I hope so, but I know that it's truly a special character because you've seen me as Geet, as Pooh. You've seen me in all these roles, where I'm exuberant and kind of always the positive one. This is a slightly, like I said, adds a different layer and a different dimension where Jenny's character requires you to intensify every emotion. So in that sense, it was draining. In that sense, it was something that I've never kind of pushed myself to do.
So was this a character that sometimes overwhelmed you even when you left the sets?
It's a part that obviously, was so intense that sometimes, you don't want to go back to it because it was so intense. But I think that it's just such a beautiful film. It'll make everyone cry, and everyone who's seen it, they've said that they've actually it's kind of literally jolted them and given them that thought, to think of the simple things in life. So that's the kind of movie, of course, we've made.
When we spoke to, again, Aamir, he said that earlier they were thinking of casting Junaid in the film. Had you watched those scenes that he had shot as a test?
No, but Aamir had mentioned to me that Junaid, that he was planning to, cast him in the film, and then he decided to do it. And so I didn't get to see, the scenes and everything, but I'm sure, Aamir is such a brave and a smart, genius mind that he will always take what's best for, the project and the film, I think.
I think you and Aamir also share a great friendship off screen because you all have done quite a few films together. So what is it on sets when there's Kareena Kapoor Khan and Aamir Khan on the sets?
Well, in this film, it was very intense because he was also playing this part, which was very intense. And I was also playing this part, which was very different. In fact, all the films I've done with Aamir, whether it's Three Idiots, Talash, and now Laal, Singh, Chaddha, it's very different. All the characters are completely different to each other, which I think is quite amazing. So this time he was also the producer on the film. But I think everyone worked doubly hard. And of course, I've had the pleasure of working with him, knowing him since I was actually 12. It's been 30 years that I've actually known him now. And each time I work with him, I'm always in awe because he truly is such a brilliant artist and such a brilliant mind that it's just amazing to watch and learn and just to know how sure-footed an actor he is.
I'm sure he has the same things to say about you. We know that in the original, Rupa's character is very different when it comes to our society. So what are the kind of changes that Rupa has gone through when we have to adapt to it and make it and cater it to the Indian audience?
We have made it like, we of course have Indianized the part a lot because, it's everything, like the emotion, the way we react is also so differently. So Atul Kulkarni has kept all of that in mind and written Rupa's character. And Rupa is actually the soul of the film, because
Aamir said that too.
yeah, she is. It's her. She's driving him. She's driving the film. She's the wheels of the film. She kind of, makes sure, like, everything is for her because he's just in search of her.
Yeah.
So the emotional quotient is quite high in Rupa's character, and they've maintained that in the film.
So in comparison to, you would say this one has a higher emotion quotient?
Yes, definitely.
Oh, okay. Films like this always, I think, call out to me with higher emotion quotient.
Yeah, I think so. And it's been a while since you've seen like a emotional, lovely, family, kind of film, like an intense love story where you can go and enjoy a cinematic experience, I think this is that kind of film.
Kareena, if we could talk a little bit about the society that we live in today as well. I remember, and please correct me if I'm wrong, you shot for this film when you were pregnant.
Yeah.
You went back to shooting for Veere the Wedding after time or immediately. But instead of focusing, on the work, the headlines take over to being, she's lost weight, she's put on weight. And the same, Alia faced it when she launched the phenomenal Tale of Darlings.
Yeah.
The headlines were about, oh, she's wearing this yellow dress to hide a bump.
Yeah.
Do you think it's really unfortunate that, female actors have to go through this scrutiny on a daily basis, whereas male actors can get by?
I think so. I think it's not that. I think it's not society also in general. I think that, now it's like, everyone wants to write something. There's accessibility to everything. Everyone's commenting, everyone's got an opinion, everyone's writing articles, everyone's reviewing movies. So everybody has something to say. There's so much content out there. That people just want to say something or the other, And instead of saying something positive, sometimes, people just want to find the negative in situations, which is just really sad. But I think it's maybe probably in the social media world a lot more because, like I said, there's access to saying what you want, being anonymous about it. So.
In my opinion, I think social media has become more of a bane than boon. Because even the smallest thing said by somebody can hurt somebody's sensibilities. And before you know it, it's the morning's headline.
Yeah.
But I have to say, your social media posts are so refreshing. You really own it. You're so true to yourself. But do you kind of tend to censor sometimes that you're going to post? Do you think twice before doing something?
No, I post like what I feel. I feel my grid needs to be positive and it needs to reflect the kind of person that I am.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep it as real as what I am in my real life, there's a little bit of everything that I love on it.
Yeah.
And I want to keep it like, I don't want to read comments. I don't want to get to like, that space. Because my page also has my children's pictures. They also have my family and a lot about my life. So I don't want to keep any negativity on it, So I don't try and like go down that road also.
That's amazing that you managed to do it because the toxicity on social media, I think, can really drain you of the energy.
But I think Instagram is still nice because it's pictorial and there's some little fun about it, right?
Yeah, I think you can personalize it as well. So it feels slightly more personal than Twitter to me at least.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Kareena, you've spent over 2 decades in the industry today. If I had to talk to you about the changes that you've seen in the industry from the time you started off to early days of Karishmas in terms of the roles that are being offered to actors, female actors today, and their comeback, what would you have to say about that?
I feel that obviously each decade cinema keeps growing and I'm hoping and I'm happy that it is. Like even now, not just in Karishma's time or, when I was launched in 2000. I think now in the last 3 years, 2.5 years, post-COVID films in cinema has changed because content has changed. Yeah. People are viewing a lot more different kind of content than what they were pre-COVID as well.
Absolutely.
So I think now it's not the age of the star. I think it's the age of the actor, which is brilliant because it makes us want to work harder. It makes us want to write good scripts, pick up better scripts, do better parts. So I'm hoping that that's going to change everything, and I'm happy that everything has changed for the better.
It certainly has. The content is evolved immensely.
Exactly.
But thank you so much, Kareena, and
Pleasure.
good luck for the film. I
Thank you.
really hope it sets
Yeah.
out to do everything you want it to be. Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you. Thank you.